Presidents Carter and Reagan boss.
She loved to play Parcheesi, and we had it set right over our head in the luggage compartment.
For Perry Boyd, coming into contact with Presidents Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan was all in a day's work.
During that time, President Carter came into office, and then I became an actual member or a full-term member of that crew.
Boyd's office, Air Force One, serving during both the Carter and Reagan administrations.
Very rewarding, very interesting, met a lot of great people, especially people that worked in the security field, both civilian law enforcement, FBI agents, Secret Service agents, and I really admired most of them in the job that they did.
Boyd remembers Mr. Carter as a man of honesty, integrity, who worked hard to keep peace in the nation.
In my view, he did everything within his power to keep from having any of us military people die on his watch. And being a military person, I really admired that.
He also remembers him as a man of the people who sometimes put himself in harm's way to meet others.
I did not like the fact that when he would come off the airplane, he would turn and go over to the crowds. I didn't like his desire to run out into the crowds where we couldn't really keep a good watch on. Neither did the Secret Service like that. First Lady, at one point during that, and I never remember exactly where, but she grabbed my hand. "Can't you stop him?" He had ran over into a crowd of people. He's over there, and they were having a hard time keeping track of him because he's shaking hands.
In addition to American presidents, Boyd also helped transport British royalty.
When Queen Elizabeth came over here in 1983, I spent 11 days, we spent 11 days transporting the Queen up and down the West Coast, and she visited with President Reagan out there.
Boyd left Air Force One after Ronald Reagan's first term as president and remembers both administrations fondly among the clouds on Air Force One.
Yeah, I personally cannot put a value on the experiences that I got during that entire time.
Boyd credits his wife and sons with supporting him through that time in his career. Now, technically, the job Boyd had was security detail of Air Force One, not working directly for the presidents. Another aircraft he worked on was the Boeing SAM 26000, the same plane that flew President Kennedy's body back to Washington from Dallas and flew Presidents Nixon, Ford, and Carter to the funeral for slain Egyptian President Anwar Sadat.